Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to RSF1's F4 division. Coming to you live around the Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. It's the Belgium Grand Prix. A very tough track, a very driver's circuit. Everybody on the real-life calendar enjoys this place. A few in the racing community as well. Always provides very dramatic races, especially if the Ardennes Forest, which is next door to this iconic track, throws a bit of rain this way. Well, we've got a full grid tonight for the RSF1 F4 division. Let's hope they can provide the action as they have done over the last few weeks and throughout the entirety of the season. I'm RSF1 Brundle, and I've got my companion, as always, Top Notch.
Hi Brundle, and welcome everyone else. Yeah, like you said, mate, looking forward to this one. As always, F4 always deliver a good show, so I don't expect any less tonight.
Cool. Yes, full grid, as I said, so fantastic to see, especially at this stage of the season. People still loving to turn up to the grid. But first things first, we got a major news story in terms of F4. Kid Cudi, who was our championship leader coming into this, obviously was winning comfortably last week in Hungary before that late safety car. The organisation of RSF1 have decided that he needs a new challenge and he's into F3. So if you want to continue watching Kid Cudi, and I will be as well, he'll be on the Thursday in F3 now. We do wish him all the best. I will miss him personally, but wish him all the best in his challenge as he goes into F3. Replacing him in the Red Bull is Wagsy WRH. So welcome to F4, Wagsy. And again, wish you all the best. He is finding it a little bit tricky in F3, so he is now in F4, partnering Quaker Oats. Let's see if the Red Bull can continue their strong start with him at the helm now. Also, we have Thomas P3 in the McLaren. He is promoted from F5 because, again, like Kid Cudi, he needs a new challenge. He is here in F4 in the McLaren, and apparently he's quite quick, even for F4. So could be quite interesting for him. So be good points for McLaren if he can bring them home. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So obviously
Stream
Top Notch,
stopped,
obviously first.
I think. Has mine gone offline?
It's fine. Still streaming.
I think that's just my phone, mate.
Yeah, I'm just watching. So obviously, first of all, about Kid Cudi, Top Notch. What do you think about him? Obviously, sad to see him go from F4, but well, be racing alongside you. So, what do you think with that?
Yeah, that'd be good to race alongside him. It's a bit of a shame for the F4 guys, but you know, he is a rapid driver, so I expect to see him do well in F3. But like you said, it opened up F4 Championship nicely, so a lot of guys will be aiming for the heights now that he's not racing with them anymore.
Oh, what's happened? We've had a fatality already. That's Porter. He's dropped it. Oh, it's already raining.
Yeah,
it's raining. Oh, look, Porter. Oh, and Kachal nearly.
Someone said
nearly
rain
had him
in
there.
the
That
chat.
is uncomfortable. I was thinking, no wonder they're out so quick. That's completely thrown me by surprise, and a few others as well. So
They said
might only
rain
get
at
a
the
few
end of
laps in this session.
Q3, but it seems to be coming down a little bit earlier
thrown
than
quite
that.
a few. It might only get a few laps here, so this could be a surprise. First one, they've got to be careful as well. There's a lot of traffic in that sector 3 going through. I was just telling about all the ins and outs, and well, it's a shame for Porter. He'll be starting at the back of the grid. Right, so we'll go through the championship in a bit, but this is a little bit dramatic already to start. Primus is about to finish his lap now. Only 46, he's in trouble. Primus, he's got to go for another lap in these conditions.
Yeah,
Raikkonen's valid as well. Yeah, Carlin's fastest, but I think at this point we're just looking at the top 15, really. Let's see, Thomas is coming through. Evening to everybody in the chat. Evening to Tomo, Verstappen, Webber, Eagle. Webber's meant to be racing. Always does it, though.
Yeah, hi everyone. This is certainly going to open it up for some of the midfield runners. If they can get a good lap in. Or some of the guys that are normally at the end.
I say the one thing you mustn't do, Top Notch, is invalid on these laps. Because then you'll be in big trouble. Because the track conditions is just going to get worse. You can see they're already sliding.
Yeah, we've already seen an invalidation from Quaker. So, he's under pressure.
Oh, that's very wide. Oh, Wobbles has dropped it up at the top of Radion. Onto the Camel Straight. He's, if we can see it on board of Thomas, who's just got 11, you could see how much trouble they're having with this. Let's see if Maxie's got a, not Maxie, Thomas has got a new control. The car's already gone, I'm afraid, but yeah, Eau Rouge and Radion is going to be absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, that's going to be very treacherous in these conditions, especially on these tyres.
Raikkonen's in trouble. He's invalidated twice, I think, and he's running out of fuel. Vinny's got as well. Vinny's lost it at the top of Radion. Very tricky.
Oh, Junior's pulled out and gone into the pits. He was going to complete and then he stopped. So I don't think they can better their times now.
Jesus. Webber's power sliding his way. Goes to 15th.
Brink. That might just get him through.
It's only a 51 though. I think an intermediate time can beat that.
Yeah.
Just gotta be careful though. Oh, just gotta very gingerly. Anybody on laps? The two, well, we've already lost Vinny, Wobbles and Porter, so the two in trouble are Raikkonen and Junior. They've obviously invalidated all their laps. Raikkonen 16th and Junior 20th at the moment. Yeah, DRS disabled. Now they have to go on inters. Junior is. Good job from Carlin, Maniac and Blazer. All those guys at the top getting their laps in early. They're sitting pretty. No one's going to beat their times.
I hear Blazer Guns in the chat saying what's up lads. Yeah, it's very interesting.
Blazer's sitting comfy.
If these guys are going to be able to beat these times on the intermediates, how many of them are going to go again and what ones are going to feel that they're pretty safe.
Oh, careful Junior. I said literally before we went live, the Junior and Takano, we were talking about the race about to go ahead, and I said the one condition you don't want around here is intermediates, especially through the Eau Rouge Radion section. So it'll lose the car so easily. We've already seen 3 people drop it, although Porter was at a different corner, but there you go. Right, Top Notch, this is, I feel with those times, I feel this is between Quaker, Webber, Raikkonen and Junior. Because I reckon
you might be right.
I think an intermediate would be about a 50. Maybe a 49, a low 50 possibly.
Best Forza Toe Whip in the chat.
Second. High Christmas as well.
Now coming thick and fast now.
One thing I have noticed is though is Wagsy in the Red Bull, obviously the new driver to this, is coming out and enters very very brave, I think, because I think his time is safe. But then again, right. Ah, yeah, of course. Blaze from the chat. Obviously, his first race since the race ban he had in Hungary. So he's keen to back on it. It's Junior.
Junior's gone
See
very
how
deep
tricky it is
again.
now. Oh, he's trying to wind up the lap. Yeah, I think he's aiming for a 49 or low 50. Everyone else, I'd say 13th upwards. They don't need to go out again.
Yeah, I think the best thing here is just to stick some fuel in and keep going around. Try and get faster and faster.
Oh, big slide for Junior. He kept it valid.
That didn't invalidate for me, no.
No. Also sporting a white helmet, of course, to Sterling Moss. Obviously sad to hear the news over the weekend that Sir Sterling Moss passed away. I was obviously going to say something about him, but F2 did a very good tribute with Primus and Elements, so we've paid our respects. But everybody, or most of the community, are sporting the white helmets for Sterling Moss. So Junior's one of them, as he goes round the lap, just coming up to Boo on a very difficult corner, especially in this condition. He's riding in curb, which is good. You can tell by this wet weather around here just changes this track. It's so tentative.
Very, yeah. Yeah, any one of these curbs you catch too much at the wrong angle and it is going to send that rear end round, so it's all about trying to find the time bit by bit.
Right, 26.3. I can't tell whether he's on a good lap or not at this point. Just got to wait. Raikkonen's on the one as well. Cesar, Webber and Quaker are also on lap. So these are the four. 3 will go through, 1 will go out. Not this lap. But he's just testing it out. So he's got 6 minutes to go. So he's got plenty of time. Yeah, 57. Yeah. Oh, Webber's dropped it. Going onto the back straight. He's alright. This is a showcase with just these four at the moment.
Junior got turn 1 a lot better that time. Clips the wall out.
You're going to get Eau Rouge and Radio much better.
Much better.
Much, much better.
Yeah, carried a lot more speed through there that time.
Yeah. But a little bit up though, actually. We did cut the corner, I guess. He didn't this time. Raikkonen goes at 59.5. If anything, even if Junior and Raikkonen don't get as quick times as, say, a 51, they're battling for 16th and 17th at this point.
Yeah.
Between the pair of them.
Yeah. Yellows in sector 3. Don't know what that was.
I think it's Quaker just winding himself up. Oh no, it's Daniel retiring in the pits. Right, see whether Junior's up on his time. Only a 10th, and maybe I'm wrong actually. The track has changed so much, maybe even they can't even get anywhere near a 51. Maybe that's it. Junior winds himself through. Oh, big slide through. I think that's Blonde. Yeah, that is Blanchimont coming through. And then up into the bus stop. Oh, very, very deep on the brakes. Out of the corner. No, I'm nowhere near. 58.7.
I don't think it's going to be doable. Unless the track starts to dry out miraculously, which is not going to happen.
Scotsman's out on a lap, interestingly. Maybe getting a bit more practice maybe for Q2, because I would assume these are what's going to be the conditions now for the rest of qualifying.
Yeah, it might be a smart move just to get a lap in. Not push too hard, just to get a feel.
3 minutes to go. Well, I guess as best time as any to say about the championship table coming into this race now, as we watch the rest go through. So after that result in Germany, not Germany, Hungary, sorry. Of course, Webber ended up winning that race with Kid Cudi, late safety car, beneficiating for Webber because Cudi was in pretty much controlled 90% of that race. Maniac ended up third in the Toro Rosso, showing his consistency. Daniel P45 was fourth, with Connor fifth, Porter sixth, Charles seventh, Catastrophe 8th, Boddard 9th, and Vinny getting the last point. Kid Cudi was actually on pole position, and that's another thing with Cudi not being in F4 anymore. He did a lot of pole positions, so I mean, someone else could step up to the plate of the qualifying master as he was before. But in terms of the championship, we have a new leader, of course, and that is RSF1 Maniac on 138 points. Said consistency has been what he's been doing. He hasn't even won a race yet, and now he finds himself in the lead of the championship, so all good with him. Quaker is on 128. He didn't score last time out and kind of triggered the safety car in some way, going for a move to try and get third place. So he'll be looking to bounce back for him. He's on 128. Connor is third, and he's kind of like the dark horse at the moment. He's on 91 points. Still a big chance, especially with Cudi going up. He's on 91. Daniel P45 is on 79, just ahead of Kachal on 71, who's just ahead of Primus on 69 points. Bodder is on 63, with Raikkonen 56, Webber 51, Scotsman 50. Blazer Guns on 45 points, with Porter on 42. Junior 35, Vinny 28, Wobbles 27, Tedist 11, Fluffy on 6, and Gruntatrophe on 4. And obviously Thomas and Wagsy yet to score, but obviously they've only just joined, so they'll get their first points tonight if they could pull it through. In terms of constructors, Red Bull have a healthy lead at the moment, but Toro Rosso are closing them down. Red Bull 263, Toro Rosso 184. And then Alpha, Racing Point and Haas are in a very close battle for third. 10 points between all those teams. And then we have Mercedes, Williams, Renault, Ferrari and McLaren bringing up the rear at the moment. There's a bit of static coming from your mic, Top Notch. As if you're retuning a radio or something. On now.
Is that better, mate?
Yeah, it sounded like you were tuning a radio. You're just getting loads of yeah. Well, Junior's done. Raikkonen is the only one left on a lap, and it's one of those situations why full qualifying is so good, isn't it? Rather than short. Oh, Raikkonen! Oh, wow, that's the way. That's the way to end the session. Oh dear. Oops. Hit the cut. Oh, Wagsy went out. Wagsy dropped it. I didn't even see that happening. I was reading out the points for Verstappen. Wags, you didn't even need to. No. Thanks for ending the session, Raikkonen. Might get a meme of you after that, but did you see that, Top Notch? I didn't even see Wagsy went out.
I was just waiting for you to finish, mate, and then I kind of noticed that you hadn't noticed.
Well, Wagsy did not need to do that at all. But out of Q1 is Junior and Raikkonen, who were basically in a situation they couldn't recover from. Vinny, Wobbles and Porter all dropping it while it was damp conditions. But wow, F4 already. F4 already providing the stuff, but the weather did it. The game did it. So moving on into Q2 and beyond.
Still in
what this can do. Wow. Yeah, very, very unfortunate situation for Junior and Raikkonen. Obviously, they're just left in a situation where all they have to do is try their best, and 16th and 17th they will be. Well, baptism of fire for Wagsy. Losing it there. As I said, he had no reason to do that, although it was just extra practice, and maybe he just pushed it too hard.
Yep, definitely the key thing was not to push, just to get a little feel.
Mm. Oh, Blazer, no! Blazer's going! Oh, he's out! First guy up Eau Rouge. Oh dear. Are we... Oh, this bodes well. This bodes very well. Goodness me. First lap out. First lap out, you get a little slide halfway up the hill and then boop, into the wall. Oops. It's begun already. It's a shame it's a dry race in a way. Spoilers, by the way, it's a dry race, but it's a shame it is, because we may not even have any cars left. Jesus. Right, anyway, the rest are still going around. It's fine. Right. Anyway, in terms of the, I was going to get to the question I was going to ask you, Top Notch, despite all this. So championship at the moment, obviously Maniac's leading the way, with Quaker. Both of which, I mean, Maniac has yet to win a race. Quaker has won, I think, a couple this season, but Quaker's been up and down like a roller coaster in terms of results. So is there anybody, say, the chasing pack from like Connor downwards, do you think may have a shot at going for this now?
I think definitely, yeah. Yeah, that middle pack's quite bunched up, and it's not a big jump to the front guys. My impression is that if Maniac can get his qualifying together, his race pace has always been really good, and he normally comes through the field. So if he could get his qualifying together, I think he's definitely one of the strongest ones, along with Craig, obviously.
Yeah, the only thing I would say...
Catastrophe lately in qualifying's been really good.
Yeah, see how Blazer takes through. Oh, Rouge, all very cautious. He eased off a lot at the bottom of the hill there. Probably the best thing to do, actually. Just don't push it, really. Gain confidence. There he goes, end of the camel straight into the chicane. Makes it nicely. Got to gradually put through together. It just means the rain increasing. Might have full wets towards the end. Yeah, I might have a little bit of full wets towards the end, but Primus looks a decent lap so far. Big slide as you go through the corner with no name. It's yet to be named. And pull a very fast corner, left-hander. Got to be very confident in yourself. Oh, right over the curbs. Keeps it valid though. You can, if you want ride, you can invalidate there. Yeah, the thing I would say, Top Notch, with 8 or 9 races ago, might be 10 actually. Whoever is going to make the challenge has to do it now. They have to begin this race, ideally.
Yeah.
Any of the chasing pack's got to catch up.
It's still there for a grab, and for a lot of these drivers, it's just about consistency. Keep getting them points in. Primus comes into the last chicane. Out of deployment.
Actually,
I think it's going to be a pretty decent lap.
58.4. What did Junior get in a... Yeah, 57 from Thomas. Yeah, Primus was very cautious of Eau Rouge, but actually it's the best thing to do. 57.3 from Quaker. Quaker's always been good in the wet, and he's showing it again. Top of the session so far. Junior points out something very clever, actually. When I said the corner with no name has no name, well, it has a name. It's called the corner with no name. Confusing, but true. Right, so 14. I guess the thing is with this wet session is well, everyone gets fresh tyres. So for me in this session, it's vital you get in the top 10, because that fresh tyre advantage, which you would have if it was dry, is gone if you're 11th, 12th, etc., etc. So Track position is vital here. You got to get in that top 10.
Sure is. And there's only
Oh,
four
bottom.
of them. Oh no, because I'll have Blazer. Forgot
Yep.
about him.
Laser deep into the last chicane. Maniac goes very close to Quaker. Good lap for Maniac there. Puts him second. Otto goes 6th. The 8-3. Right. He goes through. Again, I think I've said this before about wet weather. Multiple laps. Fuel the car up to about 3-4 laps, and just gradually bring the tyres in. Because actually, intermediates get better the more laps you do, which is weird, but just the way they work. Arlen, very understeery. So obviously there's a few corners that you could be difficult. Quaker gets in the 56s. Goodness me. Flexing his muscles there top notch, isn't he?
He certainly is, yeah. 5 temps over anyone else.
Yeah, I think the first indication of wet weather that he's good at was Canada. Because he went from like... I remember both Red Bulls had a very weak qualifying because they're both outside the top 10. But they were both inside the top 10 about within 5 laps. Carlin's dropped it. Oh, Scotsman's sideways. Oh, he's fine. Apart from going backwards. Where's... Need to get on board. Where's Maniac? There he is. Carlin's dropped it. Oh, there he was. Must have lost it as he went through Blanchimont. So, another fatality. We've had 5 so far. In about... yeah, about 20 minutes of qualifying.
And Kachow's invalidated.
Oh, he's only on a 2.6 as well. He's going to go all the way around again. Does he have enough fuel?
Scotsman's running out of fuel.
Well, he dropped it at top of Eau Rouge and Medium. So, if anybody who doesn't know, Eau Rouge is the first 2-bit... Oh, Maniac's dropped it! Championship leader! I think he was safe. He's dropped at the top of Radion. Have a look. Aboard Tedist. Yeah, there he is. Oh, he must have had a slide, caught it, and it snapped again. Well. Are we going to have a top 10? Can we have a top 10, please? Jeez. Oh, there's a racing point as well. O'Connor's dropped it, but luckily for him, he's kept going.
Yeah, half a wing.
I know what Q3 is going to be. I'm going to have to check every single car as they go up through Eau Rouge and Radion. Every car. Every lap. It's like, did he drop it? No. Did he drop it? No. Goodness me. Right. So here's the Mercedes coming around. That's Webber. He's currently 3rd at the moment. Oh, he's going back a little bit. Jesus Christ. Well, this shows for any other tier this week. If you have rain, be careful. Right. As I was saying, Top Notch, again a question I'm going to ask, going to keep interrupted. This track is tricky. It's a driver's track, or it's what the real life drivers say. It's a driver's track. You got to really like the circuit if you're going to enjoy it. What corners make this track difficult? What makes this so difficult? Obviously, it's a long lap, so concentration is one thing.
I think definitely, Eau Rouge is the first one that come to mind. But after that, the kink is a very... I'm not sure what turn it is, but it's towards the end of the lap before the last chicane. It can be very tricky in the race and in wet conditions. Because if you're going trying to go too wide through there, or you're battling. Oh, as Ted first lost it. Luckily he caught it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically the
Yeah.
whole track becomes hard when it's wet conditions.
Thing is, though, way back in the day, like the late 90s, of course, if anyone remembers the famous 1998 race. Actually, that's a question I'm going to ask you. Have you ever seen Belgium 1998?
I'm not too sure.
Oh, that answers my question actually, because if you've remembered it, you would remember it. That makes sense. Because it's famous for a lot of things actually. So turn one was a lot narrower back then. A lot narrower. Obviously, turn one. We'll get on board of Primus. Showing a perfect example as he begins his lap. So obviously there was no bus stop chicane either in 1998. It was just a long sort of left-hander to go across the straight. But turn one, you see there's a lot of runoff area in turn one these days. And I think it's been like that since 2004, I think. But 1998, you see that runoff on the left on the outside of turn one? That wasn't there. It was a big metal barrier. And it was raining, similar to this, but obviously a lot more worse. As Primus, again, very cautious through Eau Rouge. And I think one of the McLarens lost it. Coulthard, I think. That triggered a massive pileup, and I mean massive. We're talking, I think it was 24 cars back there. I think about 18 wiped out within about 20 seconds of the race start. Absolutely ridiculous. Half of those, or no, five or six of those couldn't then retake the start, because back then you could jump into the spare car and have another go. And throughout the race there was so many incidents because of the spray. Michael Schumacher, who was ridiculous at this point, actually hit the back of David Coulthard while he was trying to lap him. Just a miscommunication, I think, just before and he lost a wheel. It flew off. Then you have Fisichella with a massive accident as well, coming down to the bus stop. 8 cars finished that race out of the 26 that started, and as Fishstick said in the chat, it was the scene of the Jordan 1-2. Damon Hill winning ahead of Ralf Schumacher, their only win. Not only win for Jordan, but yeah, crazy race. I remember watching it. It was ridiculous. Lasted about 3 hours as well because of that pile up at the start. Primus goes second in all that.
Yeah, just before him, a little while before him, Chow put it in second, but Primus just beating him.
I think I can see why, because the rain's eased off, I think, from earlier. Yeah, rain's not as heavy as it was before, so the times are coming down. A minute left to go. Scotsman and Connor in trouble, but they're both on laps. Teddis is on an out lap. Scotsman only 11th. Yeah, crazy. For anyone who hasn't seen Belgium 98, watch it. It's on YouTube somewhere. Trust me, it is ridiculous. Insane race. Right, back to this. 30 seconds to go. Connor in trouble. Scotsman's on another lap. Teddist is done, I think, because he's got 20 seconds. He's not making it. Bod is on a lap and he's 6 steps up. Times are going very fast now. On board with Bodder. Comes out, he's got no ERS left, but you can see how much traction he's got, and it's a 58.0. Goes 8th, so Teddis is done, so it's down to Scotsman and Connor now to get through.
Connor seems to be on a flyer.
Yeah. Scotsman 3 temps up as well. I think Teddis is in trouble. I think Teddis is going to be knocked out as long as these two complete their laps. In comes Connor. Yeah, track has definitely improved. You can see But on with a 57 goes third, knocks Tedis down to 11th, and Scotsman is the last one. Otter will go through.
Yeah.
Otter has made it. Let's see if Scotsman can make this in the house. His teammates already through into second, very gingerly into the last chicane.
I've noticed that he's got
quick enough. I don't
deployment
know.
still though. A lot of them haven't had deployment.
Oh, is he out of fuel?
He was out of fuel.
No,
Wow.
he would have made it. Oh, yeah, I think that time looked very good. He just ran out of fuel towards the line. Oh, gutting. Goodness me. Ted is also gone. Also means we're only going to have 9 in Q3. Because Mania actually
shootout.
classified 10th. Hadn't even got to the race yet.
So it looks like it's going to be drying out for the end of Q3. Maybe.
Possibly. We'll have to see what the conditions are. Right, brother, put it carefully. This pit lane entrance is ridiculously narrow. Especially the way you got to sort of turn into the corner as well. Made it. We can look forward to the top 10 shoot. Well, top 9 it would be. Oh. Oh, very interesting qualifying already. Top notch, but things looking good. I think it's anybody's for pole position really. Whoever hooks up the lap, but Quaker Oaks looks strong.
So the guys to be knocked out. RSF1 Maniac in 10th. Unfortunately there. Lost that. And then Ted first in 11th. Scotsman in 12th. 13th. Laser Guns 14th. Carlin. 9 left.
Yeah. I mean, what you were saying earlier about Maniac. If as long as he can sort out his qualifying, because his race pace is not great. His race pace has been very good. It's always qualifying, and that's pretty much there. Intermediate still, but the track looks... There's no rain at all. Could be still just damp. This could be interesting. I don't think anybody's going to go out just yet. Be waiting a bit. Yeah, so I'm going to be quiet for a few minutes now. Oh, Kachal's left, hang on. See if I can get him. It's not my friend, not on the accounts friend list. Could you get Kachal in?
Yeah,
please?
send them an invite, mate.
Q? I just gotta wait now. Track's gonna dry up. But actually, to be honest, with no cars going round, is it actually gonna dry up? Come on. Dry at the end. Thank you, Weber. But how long? How long do we have to wait? Is it 10 minutes? 5 minutes? Because we're all just waiting in the pit lane at this point. 5 minutes, great. It's all going to be buzzing at the end. Fantastic. Right, in the chat, who do we think is going to get pole position? And nobody that's in the pits right now say it will be them. The guys watching. DRS enabled. Get on dry tyres, off you go. Come on.
Come on.
There you go.
There.
Here comes Daniel. Daniel's going to be first out.
Yep, still gonna have to be a little bit wary, I'd say.
Oh, I had
it
it.
laps.
That's why I had it. That's why I was confused because I had it on fitted. Right. Be careful, Daniel. Do not take this flat out. For the love of everything. There we go. That's good. Yeah, because it's still damp top notch, so they've got to be very careful about this.
They sure have.
Tomo says Alfa Romeo pole. Do you mean Kachow? Because it's the only Alfa left in it. He hasn't joined back, I don't think. Yet.
I have sent him an invite. I can send him another one.
Yeah. Right. Here's the Renault of Grandastrophe. See how he takes it. Who's your money on for pole? Kind of difficult considering we haven't seen who's quick in the dry yet, have we?
No, we haven't. I'm gonna say someone different, and I'm gonna say Grandastrophe for pole.
He's looked good in qualifying last few weeks, hasn't he? Though, so yeah, it's a good call.
Changing conditions, and then Quaker, and then Conatod in third.
Okay. I think it's going to be Connor first, Quaker second, and Primus third.
Primus with a shout.
Yeah. Do you mind me taking the hot lap this time?
Yeah, that's fine, mate. You
Okay.
enjoy it.
Kachal's back, that's good. Right, so on board with Daniel as he comes across the start-finish line. A very small straight. Very small amount of DRS down into the first corner. I think it's La Source. I think it's La Source, yeah. And then up through to Eau Rouge and Radion. So Eau Rouge is at the bottom of the hill. This first left and right, and then Radion is right up at the top. There we go. So down through along the Kemmel Straight. But the name of the chicane. I think Primus said it last time, I can't remember it. Gear 4, hold it in 4th, and then onto the exit. Got to be careful of the curb on the left hand side. Big twitch from Daniel there, but down into this turn. Very, very difficult turn. You cannot go on that curb on the left hand side. To keep it on the right. Then with a corner with no name, can suck you off to the right as the wall. You can see it's like a magnet. And then hold your breath. This long left hand corner. Bruon is its name. Got to be very careful on the outside curb and the inside. Raikkonen's left the session. Okay, that's not great. Then this next right and then left. And then there's these two very key double right-handers because you've got to get enough momentum onto the straight. Oh, and again, you're going to mind the curb on the inside because that can throw you into that tyre barrier on the left-hand side. And then through this double left-hander, which is Blanchimont, completely flat out these days. Then up to the bus stop chicane, you've got to get braking perfectly right. Very tight and narrow chicane. Could see a lot of overtaking, but you've got to watch out for the exit as it doesn't throw you off. Have enough DRS left and hot lap, and a 48.3 from Daniel is the bank lap. Can you get Raikkonen back in, please?
I'm trying, mate.
Okay. He was the host, so that's a little bit concerning.
Yeah.
6 minutes to go.
Not allowing me to invite him for some reason because he's offline.
But because he's just going offline. That's normally what happens. To wait for it. Who's next? Crossed out. It's Grandastrophe. Went out of the final chicane now. Plenty of ARS left. Actually, he's building his lap, I think. Yeah, Invalidate as a 48.4 was a decent lap actually, but he's on to the next one. He's about to cross the line as Primus on an out lap. So next it's going to be the McLaren of Thomas. New guy. Motor from F5, of course, had that very controlling, dominating win in Hungary last week. What he can do the division up. In 7 middle sector. That's very decent actually. Raikkonen's back. Good. 5 minutes to go. Blue Bron Shimon. Get a flag of his car just going out the way. Almost got plenty of ERS left. Into the chicane. Oh. Very deep, but actually made the corner. Gonna be a good lap, actually. 44.1. Very good lap from Thomas there. A lap from Daniels looked to be a little bit conservative by the looks of that. So Thomas, 44.1. Nice little benchmark there. Just to put that into perspective, Q2, well no, not Q2, F2 pole was a 43.3, I believe, or 43.4 from Schumacher. Just to put that into perspective, so that's a very good lap from Thomas.
And just watching Bodder coming up to the last chicane.
Yeah.
He's out of deployment on his ERS, but see what he can do.
Second at the moment, 46.1. Anybody get near that? Primus is about to finish his, 44.9. Knocks Bodder off the front row. Nice, who's next? Conatod, is that? Oh, Conatod's been off. At Puon. Now, Conatod in practice has been very quick in the practice that I've seen him, so potential for pole. He's got 3 minutes left, so he's got to stay on these tyres. He's got plenty of ERS though, so he'll be building this up again. What's next? McLaren. Tomo in the chat, can you keep me updated on Raikkonen, whether his issue is cleared up? May have to call a restart. Apparently he's having an issue. So, might be whether he's able to select the car or not, but we'll see. Karox is on his lap as well. He's got a Torosso Bodder behind him. This will be a good indication on Thomas's lap time. Can Quaker get anywhere near it? Obviously in the wet he was very good. Has been decent in qualifying the last few weeks. 16.1, that's a few tenths down on Thomas middle sector, so see. Just looking at a good qualifying position, I think.
Yep, with Maniac not getting through, it's crucial that he gets a good few positions between them and Maniac.
Yep.
He does.
44.2, he did get close. He did get close, but the problem with him is he's not going to have enough time to go again. That might be him done. Got that little bit of static again, Tom Notch.
Oh, I saw it, mate.
Okay, no problem. Right, Webber's going to be next. Obviously, winner last time out. And if I remember rightly, he actually got second on the grid as well. So, carrying the momentum. 15.3 middle sector, that was good. Very good middle sector. I think that's up on Thomas's time.
Yeah, Webber looking
Definitely
really
up on
quick.
Quakers. Bodder's done. On a 46.1, he's done. And then, so in comes Webber into the bus stop chicane for time being. Off he goes. Can he get anywhere close? This looks good actually. 43. 43.6.
That is rapid from Webber.
Wow! Blitzed it.
Connor.
What a lap. Connor sneaks
44.2.
ahead of Quaker. And when I say sneak ahead, 2 thousandths ahead. By me. Does Quaker have anything left? Who's the next? Grand Tastry is about to finish. Kachal's on an outlap. I need to know in the chat, can someone message Raikkonen to see whether he's okay, because almost said he had an issue. I need to know this before we carry on. 30 seconds left in the session. Kachal's about to start his. Primus is down, but he's got enough time to go again if he has fuel. I don't think he does. He's got blinking light already. So fifth at the moment. Right. Who is on it?
Connor's just down on this time at the moment.
Right, thank you, Tomo. Raikkonen's fine, so no restart.
He's not running any ERS at the moment. show how he's that close to his time.
Nah, 1.3 off. Yep. Right, let's see how Thomas goes. Nearly 2 tenths up first sector, so that's good beginning. It'll set to his what it is, so we'll go back to him. Yeah, Connor's done because he's down on his time. After Connor, you've got Webber down in his time also. So Daniel with Catastrophe just in front of him, and Grunt's in the pit, so he's done. Daniel 44.4 from Daniel P5. Primus is off. I think he was getting out the axe. Yeah, that's good. That's good from Primus. Got out the way of Thomas, who is just gets the gravel. 3 tenths up. That gravel would have cost him time though. It's retired. Quake is in. It's all on Thomas now. Can he get anywhere near? He's flung the car in, maybe a bit too much. Into the last chicane, he's trying to get everything out of it. Power slides out.
Oh,
not enough. 43.9. Too much in the last chicane, and Kachal didn't even set a lap. He will start 9th. Well, well. What a lap from Webber.
yeah, very good lap from Webber. That 2.5 tenths clear of anyone else.
Yeah, it looked to me like Thomas flew into the last chicane a little bit too much on that last lap there. Might have cost him a couple of tenths, and that touching the gravel, so I think he would be a little bit frustrated. But P2 though, on his debut, that's a very good showing from Thomas, and that shows he's definitely going to be one to watch. But Webber, pole position, lost out to Cuddy last time, but he takes the top step this time. And the rest of the top 10 top notch?
Yeah. Where did you do from, mate? Sorry?
Second downwards.
Yeah. Connor, Todd in 3rd, Quake Oates in 4th, Daniel in 5th, Primus in 6th, Odder in 7th, Catastrophe in 8th, and Kachal in 9th. The bottom 2 of 8 times.
Thank you very much. And already, F4 providing the entertainment. We haven't even got to the race yet. And, of course, last week, top notch, obviously we actually had a quiet race compared to most stanzas of F4. Because they had the drama like the last 5 races beforehand. But of course they had the safety car at the end, so you can never count it out. And of course, if you watched last night, there were 3 safety cars, so Book says they're going to get at least 1 at some point. But in terms of strategy, what would you do? If you on fresh tyres top notch, if you had like a wet qualifying, and everybody had free choice, what would you pick in this situation?
I think if I was in the midfield, I'd definitely go for the hards and just stretch out and hope for that couple of safety cars and on that second safety car pit and just try and make the most of it.
Of course, the thing is that you are assuming that there will be a safety car. There may not be.
Yeah, there may not be.
May not get one.
Then go long on the hards and then softs at the end.
Yeah, but we've seen so many people lose it in Eau Rouge and Radion. Obviously, dry conditions now, so it'll be a lot more easier. But in race situations, could be Vinny's readied up. That's a penalty, I'm afraid. He should know that by now. He's been in the last few weeks, hasn't he, Mr. Vinny?
Yeah, sure has.
Yeah, that's why I didn't expect it. Well, in the rules, you don't ready up before lobby host, even when the host itself has moved. So could be a mistake though. So there's Vinny. So we're all going to be set to go. We can see who's on what tyres. Right. Ah, no one on hards. Okay, take us through the grid top notch.
So in 20th position, RSF1 Porter in the Renault, and then in 19th position in the Ferrari, Wobbles, and then 18th position in the Williams, Brandon Vinny, and then 70th position in the Alpha, RSF1 Roiginen, and then in the Pink Panther, RSF1 Junior in 16th position, and then in 15th position, the new runner in the Red Bull, Wagsy, for a good start to his F4 campaign, and then Carlin in McLaren, 14th position, then Blazer Gun back racing in Williams, 13th position, RSF1 Scotsman in the Haas in 12th, Ted First in the Ferrari in 11th position, RSF1 Maniac just in front of him in 10th in the Toro Rosso. A bit disappointing there from Maniac again in qualifying, and then RSF1 Kachow in the Alpha in 9th position, and then Guantastrophe in 8th in the Renault, Bodder just in front of him in 7th in the Toro Rosso, and then Primus in the Mac in 6th position, and then 5th position in front of him is Daniel in the Haas, and then 4th Quaker Oats in the Red Bull, and then 3rd Connor Todd in the other Pink Panther, and then debut Thomas in McLaren in 2nd position, and then pole position for the race CCR Webber in the other Mac.
Thank you very much. Right, so in terms of tyre strategies, Webber, Connor, Primus, they're both Mercedes, Kachow in 9th, Scotsman, Blazer, Raikkonen and Wobbles on mediums, the rest on softs. So nobody taking that gamble on the hard tyres, interestingly, not even those well outside the top 10. So in terms of strategy, obviously without safety cars, softs go round about 9 laps, fresh, mediums go about 13, and obviously do it the other way around, depending on what you start on, is where you're going to go, as they all line up on the grid. Big races for a few of these guys. Let's hope they can keep it clean on the first lap. Can they go safety car free on the first lap? Or even damage free, but we'll see. 22 laps ahead of us for the Belgian Grand Prix. That's 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. And long hold. Lights out and away they go. So Thomas on the soft tyres is be keen to get past Webber into the first corner. In they go. But Connor's actually had a good start. He's up on the inside of Thomas and he's through into second. In fact, Thomas is down to 4th as he'll go through La Source for the first time and up through Overroot and Radion. There's been a car off. I think it's Vinny. Yep. He'll go sliding through Overroot. Safety, virtual safety car already. Oh, Maniac's gone! Championship lead already! Oh, at the back of the grid, he's had a contact with Wagsy, I think. Oh, big moment. Maniac, the championship leader, our new championship leader, is out on the first lap. Virtual safety car rather than full safety car. Wagsy and Vinny got damage back there, so they're not going to... I think actually Vinny's just got damage from that turn 1, I think. Oh, already. Goodness me. Not a good start for Maniac. He'll be looking to come back in Monza as Thomas on the inside of a Quake Race from P1. He's done it.
Racing.
Quaker got damage. Yeah, he does. He does. Quaker's got damage front left. Where's he got that from?
Yeah,
well, Thomas is through. Daniel's all over him. So championship leader gone. The other championship contender of Quaker has got damage. Goodness me. If Daniel can capitalise. Up through Blanchimont. Or is he going to go on the inside? Quaker going defensive. Daniel almost pushing him. Oh, wow. Rough start already, top notch, but
Carlin
away we go,
back and
away we go
forth as
through.
well. Pulls out of that. Majorly pulls out of that.
In terms of starts, apart from obviously Maniac losing it at Eau Rouge and Radium, and Vinny at turn 1, in terms of starts, it was actually pretty good. They go through. Carlin and Vinny both into the pits. End of the first lap. As Gontastrophe is looking at Primus along the Kemmel Straight. Side by side. Gontastrophe's on the soft tyres. Want to get past through. Oh! Primus turned in. Gontastrophe was there. But Gontastrophe's through. Yellow flags. Scotsman. Is that enough? Oh, he's round. He's round the wrong way. Oof. Few people being caught up in the midfield, but away he goes again.
3-second time penalty for Blazer. Porter up 7 positions at the moment. Great start.
Baker's really struggling. Baker's really struggling with these tyres.
Sure is.
Over this damage. Jumping about a little bit as well. Daniel's struggling to get past him, but he needs to.
It's helping
Holding him up.
Top 3 get away.
Of course, Webber and Connor on the medium. Oh, Daniel, that was close.
We've seen a car or two lose it there and hit that wall. Very lucky.
You can see the frustration. He needs to get by Quaker. You can just see Thomas and the other two just pulling away. Who else in battles? You got Bodder trying to get by Primus.
Junior on Blazer.
And the positions game. Porto up 7 places. Wonderful stuff from here. Junior up 4. Wobbles up 5. Fantastic up 2 as well. Oh, Wagsy's got past Raikkonen, it seems. Oh, Webber's gone! Webber! He was the leader. Safety car's out. He's lost it over. Oh, goodness, middle of the track. Middle of the track. Be careful, guys.
Teammate
Laser.
just missed him.
There he is. Oh, Webber. Safety car now, though. So what are people going to do? Oh, my words. Let's see. Oh, big off. Very big off. Must have the... Might have hit the wall on the left-hand side there. Wow. So... We've had... Obviously, championship leader out. Maniac. Last week's winner. Webber's out. Waker's got damage. This could really shake up the championship, this does, but still got a long way to go, but already big contenders out.
Wondering if any of these guys are going to risk it. Go in and get the hards on.
I feel...
Very
anyway,
early.
let me just check damage report on people. Gontastrophe's fine. Primus is fine. Bod is fine. Zhao is fine. Let's have a look at Tedist. Because if anything, of the only ones I would see kind of need to pit is Quaker, because he's got that damage. Blazer also, he's got damage as well.
Yep, Quaker is.
But Thomas is in. Quaker's in as well, but Thomas is in. Haas, it must be. Zhao also. Gotta be for hard tyres, surely. Yep.
Yeah, but they're all
Ooh,
coming
big
in for the
call.
hards.
Big call, and actually quite a few people well outside the top 10. They got nothing to lose. So this is interesting. Very interesting. Anybody going different? Junior to mediums. Mediums won't last, I think. Even under safety car. I don't think they'll last to the end. Laser on softs. Okay. So Thomas has come out and all that. 8th place. Hard tyres. What do we think, top notch? Good call or not?
I think it's a pretty good call. These front runners are going to have to pit again, that's for sure. And
Mm-hmm.
Thomas, Quaker, Kachow, Junior's probably going to have to pit again. Wobbles.
Yeah.
So yeah, if they can make them stretch, they're looking good.
Then they will last. Hards will last, but Porter get time penalty. That's another thing on the safety car. Got to be very clean. I would know.
That's unfortunate for Porter. He's been doing a great job so far.
Man with the cash saying if your name's Junior, they will last. Shane also putting if there's another safety car, they will last. So yeah, if another safety car comes out, Junior probably in the money here, but he would still have to overtake those on hard tyres because they all have no fear of pitting again. But they are so slow compared to softs and mediums. They have to keep the gap between the others if this race stays clean. The only thing I would say on it. Oh, Wagsy! What's happened to Wagsy? He's dropped it on the safety car. Oh dear. Well. Yeah, Wagsy's out. I don't know, he's dropped it on the safety car though, unless he got hit. But no penalties come up, so...
More damage.
Done it by himself. Oh, what a shame for Wagsy. First race in F4.
There will be a safety car again. He's calling that.
Yep. So, see those that are pitted. I guess the good thing, or the positive of the safety cars, both Carlin and Vinny are now back in this race, effectively. Because obviously they pitted on the first lap. They're now back in it. Yeah, talk about a debut for F4 with Wagsy. Safe in Q1, dropped it on the intermediates, and then lost it on the safety car. Wow. Right. So let's see. So the thing is, softs have probably got another only 4 or 5 laps. So you got Daniel, Gonchastrovy, Botter and Tedist will be pitting sometime soon, probably onto mediums. Then they'll have to catch those on hard tyres.
I think these medium runners are now going to be coming into their own. The ones that are on 4-lap mediums. They're going to be a lot quicker than these hard runners and these soft runners at the minute. The good
It's
thing
definitely
is
an
for
interesting call.
These soft runners are getting the benefit of the safety car, so they're not working them as hard.
No.
But they will go off pretty soon.
Yeah, I'd say still probably another 5 laps, maybe 6, because there's safety car if they can push it. But if they're battling, which they will be, most of these guys, obviously that isn't going to help. Right, so key is going to be Connor's restart. I would assume the safety car will be in on this lap. Once again, keep the space. I am front. How did I know there would be at least one safety car? It's always the thing with F4, isn't it? Right, so here we go. I'm just going to wait. Bunch the cars up. And I'm board with Daniel. But Daniel and Gonchastrovy, they have to clear Connor. They have to get past him, I feel. We allow Connor to get this race. And it could be interesting. So here we go. Under the safety car, all bunching up. Very nicely. When is Connor going to go? You're going to go past Blonde Shimon, or is he going to wait till the chicane? Safety cars just coming into the pit lane now. They're still bunching up. No penalties, which is good. And Connor's dropped it. Or Connor's off and away we go. It's gone deep into the chicane. It's going to put me under big pressure from Daniel. If Daniel can get a good exit. But Connor's going to lead us through. As we're back under racing. Lap number 6.
Raikkonen and Kachow and Junior got caught sleeping.
Yeah. See if Daniel can get a good exit. Everyone's going to be in hot lapping or overtaking Rich.
Catastrophe with a great run.
See, all kind of a big slide through Radion. Daniel could have a go. It's going to be a lunge though if he does. See, he's looking at it, but no, Connor just keeps it. Anybody else? Bodder looking at Primus as well, and you've got Raikkonen just about holding back Thomas as Blaze has got past Wobbles and then cuts the corner. So not good, not good. But Daniel's all over the back of Connor. Daniel and Catastrophe are already dropping Primus, so Primus trying to stick on those mediums. Bodder's got Tennis all over the back of him. Let's have a look. Thomas has got big pressure from Quaker behind as well, so
yeah, them two are fighting for the position really, aren't they?
All yellow flags. Vinny's round.
Quaker again nearly hit the outside wall.
Vinny's round at the back. He's not getting his race together at the moment. And you're very close to the back of the gearbox. Go through the bus stop. At number 7. Softs again. I've only got a few more laps, so if they're going to make moves, they've got to do them now. The DRS won't be active whenever. Oh, Blazers had a spin. The Williams not having a good day.
Wobbles and Porter side by side
session.
through one. I can invite Carlin. Porter and Wobbles.
Oh, they're going to be side by side for a Rouge. Porter's got the run though, so Wobbles got to back out of it. Yellow fast into one. Quaker's out! Quaker's lost it. Top of Radion. Safety car number 2. Oh my god. Oh my word. Carlin's back. What was that? 2 laps of racing? Oh. Oh. Well. This is championship shaken up. This is the championship script has been put into a blender right now, because you got Maniac and Quaker both lead in the championship. They're out of this race. This is a huge opportunity for the chasing pack now. Someone's going to take it. Who is going to take it? But this safety car, I think this safety car hurts the softs. Are they going to pit now? I think they should.
They're going to have to. They're going to have to. If not, they're going to be sitting ducks at the end of this safety car.
This is good for all those on the hard tyres. Thomas, Kachow, Wobbles and Scotsman.
Sure
Races in their hands now.
Yeah, it's very
now the
mixed
cat
field
saying
on
Thomas
strategy.
net lead.
Very interesting.
Yeah. Big situation for these. Is anybody going to pit? Connor goes forward yet. Daniel Grunt is in.
Thomas kind of
Is Potter going to go in? Yeah. Yeah, everyone on softs. They had to.
Yeah,
They're
be
going to
careful,
drop.
lads. People going into the pits are going to be
Mediums?
considerably slower.
Mediums to the end? Yeah, they're easy now.
Yeah, easily now. 14 laps. At the end of this
ahead.
safety car.
So Daniel comes out 11th. Several places now. This now puts Thomas in 3rd.
Yeah, Raikkonen in
5.
4th, up 13 places. Junior up 10 places. RSF1 Porter up 13 places as well.
So a few minutes ago, Thomas was supposedly the net lead, but he hadn't had this race won. This is now in his hands. But then again, another safety car, which we could get another, and the race goes out of his hands. You got Kachel there as well, who's in a net P2 effectively. And you got Wobbles and Scotsman as well in a good position.
Yeah, I definitely think the hards will come into their own. Verstappen is right. And towards
Yep.
the end of the race, them hard runners will be looking good.
Yeah. In terms of the championship, this is a big race for Connor, Daniel, Gachal, Primus. All of which are in the sharp end and have a possibility of winning this race. But in the middle of it all, you got the new guy of Thomas in there as well, who's got a, well, showing a good first impression at the moment. Kid Cudi's watching this race, good to see you. Saying the race I leave, P3, my two rivals crashed out. Yeah, very true. Oh, Blazer and Tedis, collision. Tedis, was that a penalty to Blazer there?
Yeah, I believe that was.
Yeah. He cannot get the luck. When is this luck gonna, bad luck gonna end for Blazer? Goodness me. He saw his car.
Oh.
Oh,
That's
he's,
very silly, Blazer.
yeah. We all saw that, Mr. Blazer. He's just tried to... Don't tell me you're going to retire. There's still plenty of this race left. Don't you even think about it. Fresh tyres. Go again. There's still plenty of this race.
Yeah, put them hards on.
I know he's probably fuming, but... Still plenty of this race, mate. Just relax. Not going to be happy regardless, but... Let's see, what's he going on? Damage, medium tyres. They've done 3 laps, but they should be fine to the end, but... Right. So the next question is what are these medium runners going to do? Because fresh mediums are about... Well, Verstappen's at 17, but my race engineer yesterday said about 14, 15. So these guys... Oh, Daniel!
10 seconds.
That's not going to help you. He's probably avoiding another car as well. I was a victim of that last night. It is ridiculous how strict it is. You can't even go on any curb.
Yeah,
maybe that one. Oh, he's not going to be happy with that. Unfortunately, we cannot take those off either. Collisions we can, if obviously you weren't at fault, but in terms of corner cutting, you can't do it.
Yeah, it's very complicated because if you serve the penalty in hits as well, they can't be removed neither. So it's a very hard one. It's best just to take that little bit of time, be a bit more careful. It's hard to do.
Yes, we got very interesting scenarios in this race. Of course, you've got the 2 on mediums ahead, Connor and Primus. Safety car in this lap now. Get on board of Primus. Connor got to do another good restart, of course. So you got the guys on hards. You got Thomas, Kachal, Wobbles, and Scotsman, but they have guys on fresh mediums from Daniel, Grontastovi, Boda, and Tedist. All can go to the end, but they're also on fresh tyres. They got to map their way through the field. Primus is urging Connor. He's not letting him out his sight. Oh, they're almost side by side. It's ridiculous. Okay. And they're all bunching up again. Primus is very keen.
Daniel with
another penalty with Carlin. Daniel's race is unravelling. Alright, so we go once again racing. Primus is very keen to not let Connor go. He's latched up his gearbox.
Caught slipping a little bit.
Yeah. And away we go. Lap number 10. Can we go before?
Very, very close. Going to be interesting this run up through Perouge.
Yeah, we're all back in Rich and overtake probably at this point again. Saved it under the safety car, but away we go. And Thomas got a very good run through the back of Radion there. He's just got to keep these guys in.
With another 3-second time penalty.
It breaks though. Porter on the inside of Junior. Oh, side by side.
Running up around the outside.
Oh. for Junior as well. Now remember, Junior's trying to get to the end, same as Porter on those tyres. They're at this moment debatable whether they could make it. Porter nearly running into the wall, but Ferrari have wobbles behind. Nearly went in. But we're still racing at this point, which is good. Right, Vinny and... Oh, Vinny!
Oh.
Vinny's round again. Oh. He can't get it together. He's dropped it again.
So it's
Kachal's...
Kachal.
No, Kachal's round. Oh, he's
I don't
damaged
think
as
he had
well.
rim damage until he then hit the wall.
Oh, goodness me. Because he was in a
Daniel's
good place.
lost the position to bother.
Daniel's got
Colin
damage
got
as well.
past
There may have been
Scotsman as well.
contact.
This free fight, Scotsman.
Oh! Understeer. That catastrophe. This
Crikey.
midfield is bunching up.
Who else is fighting? These are the closest three at the moment. Catastrophe, Scotsman, Colin, Daniel, Vinny in the pits.
Oh, Finney's had a rough race. Kachal, I feel sorry for Kachal because he was in a good place. Thomas is on the back of Primus. He's already passed him. The end of the camel, but Primus is still sticking on the inside. This could be about on the brakes. Primus stays in front of him. That's the grip of the mediums, even though they're starting to wear out.
Definitely that grip of the mediums in the braking zone is going to help him for now.
Hey, what?
Colin
Thomas is
still
doing
on
a
the
very
back.
good job not letting these two go.
Catastrophe, very close. One's wide.
Right. Carlin's up there as well. In terms of the pack of the mediums, Bodder is now highest of those. He's in 11th. Moving his way through. There he is in the background, challenging Scotsman, who is third highest on hards at the moment.
Raikkonen, ever closer to Thomas.
Oh yeah, he's
Going for the
going on
mini.
the outside of through Blanchimont. Backs out of it. Wise to do so. Let's see. Let's see how much struggling. Oh, Maniac put it in the chat. Yeah, great race. He's not in it. Connor's actually dropped. He's dropped these three now. Raikkonen's on the back. As Scotsman and Bodder. Scotsman and Bodder, here we go. Scotsman on the hard tyres. Bodder makes it round the outside. He's not made the move done though. Now he's done it. But
Great move from
he's going to
Bodder.
add DRS. Thomas.
and Primus. Fantastic.
Thomas has
lead
already
for the
passed him.
second. I think Primus might have made a little mistake through a rouge.
Yeah.
Catastrophe and wobbles. Catastrophe gets the place. Oh, Bodder and Scotsman hit. Scotsman's got damage.
I'll miss that. Going
Just
through, there's a
clipped
little
his
jitter. I
wing.
think Scotsman recorded that. Whatever happened there. Right, so Thomas is dropping Primus a little bit. I think those mediums are starting to wear off a little bit.
Or on
Junior's on the
Junior.
back of this. And Bodder. Not Bodder, Porter. Oh, that was close. Big slide. But Thomas was in the gravel, but it hasn't cost him that much. They are letting Connor drive away at the moment. Here comes Junior. Junior on the outside of Blanchimont and Raikkonen. These two. Oh! Both off the track. Porter watching the pair of them. Junior trying to stay on the inside. Raikkonen just in front. Porter watching the pair of them. Trying to make it through. Junior right by the outside on the bus stop on the exit. Oh! Got it. Oh! Big race. Big race. Oh, Raikkonen. Let you back up on the inside. Oh, wheel damage. Porter. Oh, don't go up through over you side by side, please. Junior backs out of it, but he's going to get DRS. This is rough.
So we have to
Raikkonen
get the
a
best
little
run.
bit sideways. Comes Junior, surely. He's going to have the front line speed. Is Porter going to make it as well? No, he's not. Raikkonen try to hold it. And the outside, there we go. Junior's through into fourth.
Yeah, big gap.
But they have
Primus
dropped.
got to try and close that down.
Yeah, they've dropped 3 seconds behind now, so Junior's got to get on with it. The lap's in.
Porter's still on the back of Raikkonen. And Grantastrophe's on the
Porter's
back
in
of
there.
him.
Yeah, nice. Actually, Grantastrophe is the highest of those that are on freshest mediums. So he's got Carlin wobbles in between him and the next guy, which is Tedest. Oh, big slide for Porter. Lovely battle so far. Oh, Raikkonen had a not so great run out of the last corner there, and Porter's breezed past him. Up through Blanchimon. Great racing so far, top notch, isn't it?
That sure is,
McLaren
mate.
goes deep there. Man went deep in there. It's this train of cars back. Connor leads this straight ahead of Thomas by 4 seconds. So Thomas is keeping that gap, so he will take the lead when Connor pits. Then you've got Primus there. I think these mediums are starting to wear out those that are on 13 laps. So Raikkonen is on that. Junior over the curve for a Rouge. Got penalty. Raikkonen got a poor run out and through Radion, and here comes Grantastrophe. Side by side along the Kemmel Straight. And done it. Yeah, I think Raikkonen's really struggling top notch. 13 laps on those
Yeah,
mediums.
sure
He's
is.
starting to feel it.
Porter on the back of Junior, very close. So is Carlin on the back of Raikkonen. Raikkonen's struggling.
Right, so lap 14. So the only thing Connor and Primus will have is soft tyres. They will drop to the back though. About 14th. That's how bunched up this field is. So we go to the leader. Oh, leader. There we go. Yeah, 19 seconds covers 13. So they will drop to where Blazer is in 13th place, but they'll be on softs and they'll be flying. Late safety car, that could be back in the money. Connor's in. Leader is in. Where is he going to come out? He's got to... I think the only way Connor or Primus or Raikkonen can win this race is a late safety car. For me. Junior. Junior up into third now. Still got Porter all over the back of him.
Chow with a 3-second
Chow
time penalty.
Right, so Connor. Where is Connor? He has come out. Porter gets a time penalty as well. Got to keep on Porter because
Porter's on Junior.
he's got whoa, he's flown past. Well, he's an overtake. Very little ERS, but he's flown past Junior. Connor's come out P12. All over the back of Scotsman, who's on hard tyres. So Connor's now out of points, but he's got to absolutely overtake like a madman. And now he's got a time penalty, so maybe that won't work. Porter's into third. Oh, Thomas time penalty. Oh. Who's clean at this point? We're going to check penalties soon, but
Yep, we will check it very soon.
I think Thomas has got one, Junior's got one, and Porter's got one. So I think the cleanest is Grantastrophe, who's fifth. And remember, he's on the fresher medium tyres. Junior and Porter will still have to look after these tyres towards the end. Grantastrophe, I don't think, has that problem. Good stuff so far. Got Raikkonen, who still needs to pit, as does Primus. Carlin's on the back of him. And you got Wobbles, who's still in a good place. Primus is in.
Pitting. Quite a few are
As
pitting.
is Raikkonen and Carlin. And these will drop behind Connor and Blazer, so they will get to 14th. Again, we'll keep an eye on them. Oh, well, look at this train. 2 Renaults. Junior sandwich in between the 2 Renaults. Oh, Gonchastrophe now is a penalty. So the top 4, the net top 4 at the moment. But here comes Junior, and a Camel. I think Gonchastrophe's got to have the little pass border as well. Oh, he was trying to go through. Maybe miscommunication. The Junior's back up into 2nd now. And the thing is top notch. One of them could catch Thomas if they can get clean air, but they can't get clean air because they're battling tooth and nail for this.
No, Carlin got Raikkonen down the straight. Finally passed. Been battling a few laps now.
Meanwhile, there's Connor. So Connor is currently 13 seconds behind the leader, but he is catching the leader hand over fist right now, but he's got to overtake. He's got Botta first. It's all down to Connor now. And Porter looks to be... Yeah, team orders there. Porter's let Gonchastrophe go through.
Yep, faster tyres. Letting him have a go at Junior.
Yeah. Apparently Junior's and Porter's tyres were only at 30%. So they're fine, but compared to Gonchastrophe's in the money right now.
Yeah, Junior's got
He can clear
87% ERS. Gonchastrophe and Porter are lacking at the moment with like 30, 20. They're going to struggle.
top 4 have 1 penalty each at the moment. Answer your question, Verstappen. As does Connor, to answer your question, Cash. But we'll check it. We'll check it in a couple of laps at the moment.
Yep, Connor's trying to make the move on Botta.
Yeah, down along Kemmel Straight. See if he can do it. He's got the tyre advantage, but see brakes advantage. Yes, just about. I was going to say I think Wobbles is the cleanest, and he's now got one as well. They're all on a all on an even playing field. I think the top 5. Pettis might be clean, and he's in 6th, doing a good race. This is a good 2 Renaults and 2 Ferraris at the moment on a cracking race so far.
Yeah, Gonchastrophe closing down Junior bit by bit. A good call from team Renault there to let Gonchastrophe go and have a go at it.
Yeah,
Can always switch back
he's
if
dropped
he can't
Porter.
do it.
I reckon if Gonchastrophe can get by Junior, he can get past Junior, may have a go at Thomas.
Yeah, he might be
Thomas
able
is
to.
currently in control. Oh! Late brakes from Gonchastrophe, but it's alright. See, he's still... You can see on board with Gonchastrophe, there's that McLaren just at turn 1. He's not that far ahead, and they are catching him. Bit by bit, but it is there.
It's all about the run up through here. Gonchastrophe's
Oh,
got
that
a really
fastest
good
lap.
run.
They're going to go
He's
on
gonna
board.
be close
Run, I
enough.
was on board with Scotsman. Run. No.
He had to look.
Yeah, gap is hovering about 3 seconds. Thomas in front. Scotsman has got past... No, he hasn't got past Potter. Yellow flat set to 1. Blazer guns out. Virtual. Not a full. Oh, Blazer.
Up through a rouge.
Yeah. There he is. To the right. Virtual, though. Virtual safety car, not full. Full would have been interesting. Although... full safety car would have left a lap. So maybe the right call actually that it's virtual other than safety. But Blaze, goodness me, when is that bad luck going to end?
Yep, this helped the 14 lap runners on the mediums a little bit, so they can slow down a little
Helps
bit.
Thomas. Helps Thomas as well, because his lead was being cut. We'll see what his lead is when they get racing again, because it can drop under virtual. Gonchasevi's all over the back. Yeah, it's 2.5. So he says about Ket, but Gonchasevi's got a better launch out of VRS or VRC. Looking for situation 8th to 10th. You want me to go that low? Okay. Right. Yeah, should we do penalties now? We've got several people asking, so we might as well start it.
Yeah, I can go through them. So Thomas has 1 penalty. Junior has 1 penalty. Catastrophe has 2 penalties.
2? I've only had one. Only had 1.
Porter has quite a few. 2 penalties and 5 seconds. I'm not sure if that's been served.
Slowly got across you. Junior trying to hold it. With Gonchasevi.
Wobbles has 2. Tedis has 1 woman.
Porter has how many?
Porter 2 penalties and a 5 second. I don't know if that's been served. Tedis has 1 warning.
Okay.
When did he...
Oh, so Tedis could be up quite a bit actually. Right, Connor. Because Connor's still up. Oh, virtual again. Right, there we go. Connor.
Connor has 1 penalty.
Okay.
Bodder has 1 warning.
Okay, Primus.
Primus has 2 warnings.
Okay, Scotsman.
Scotsman has 3 penalties.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, so Scotsman can get the points.
1 warning. Wykenham, clean as a whistle. Daniel has 2. Vinny has 2 warnings.
Another virtual safety car. I think one of the Alphas had enough at the top of Radion and was Kachal, I'm afraid, and he's got no front wings, so bad way score for Kachal. 8th and 9th, no penalties. Oh no, Bodder's got a 5 second. Must have cut the chicane. And Connor, meantime, has got past Tedist. So Bodder now has 5. There you go. 9th place, Primus is clean. Verstappen. But Bodder's just got 5. That's going to really hurt him for points.
Junior on
Connor's
fantastic
still
feet.
flying up.
It's gone for the outside.
Oh. I can't get the braking down, sliding through.
Catastrophe with that extra grip. 4 lap fresher tyres.
Connor is absolutely flying. He's up to 5th already. Connor has... How many did you say Connor had?
Connor has... one penalty.
1 penalty. So Porter has 2. So if he gets within 3 seconds, he could get 4th. Not out of it.
Has 1 and 2
out of it, Connor.
warnings. Fantastic Fee has 2. Thomas has 1 penalty.
Right, so at the moment, Junior has got 2nd. No matter what Gonchasevi does, unless Gonchasevi has to pull like 3 seconds on Junior, but Junior's keeping with him. Thomas, that's good, as Primus has got past Bodder on the run up to Blanchemont. So he's into 8th. This guy, Thomas, pretty much like F5 Hungary. As soon as he's had the lead, he's had it in control. I think, because of the penalty situation, I think it's his to lose at the moment. Doing really well for McLaren. McLaren need it. Oh, Gonchasevi straight off! What happened there? He flew off Eau Rouge. He's out. Oh,
Wow.
goodness. That was a massive off. Straight into the wall. Oh, he was looking so good. Two Ferraris going side by side. Another one at Eau Rouge and Radion. All gone.
Bodder on Primus. Tried it, ran the outside, just couldn't hold it.
So I've just realised something. If Connor gets within 3 seconds, he's on third place. And it'll be a double podium for Racing Point. So Connor still needs to chase that gap, and he is catching Porter. He's got to catch another 4 tenths, and podium is his. Look at those position changes. Jesus. 14 for Junior, 17 for Porter. I know there's been several safety cars, but my goodness. Wobbles 13. Yeah, Junior's got a penalty as well, but we're on to the last lap. And Thomas is just about being in control. But I think the only reason he has is because Junior and the 2 Renaults were battling, and he's been able to manage that gap ever since he's got it. He's just still got 1 more lap to go. He's still got the pressure of Junior behind him. Very cautious through there. Still an overtake. Junior's on for second at the moment. And Porter has got to keep a 3-second gap, but it's currently 2.8 and it's catching from Connor. 2 Ferraris though, also in a good place, 5th and 6th. Primus in 7th at the moment. I think he will stay there. Bodder and Scotsman on Challenger. Actually, Carlin is trying to go past Scotsman up on the inside. Oh, contact! No! And he's off. Oh my god. Another one bites the dust. We're down to 13. 7 retirements. I think there was just... I don't think there was much malice there.
Slightest of touches.
Yeah. Chow nicks the fastest lap from everybody. Down in at the back. But here comes Thomas. His debut race in F4. Promoted from F5. And he's definitely shown the best first impression he can do by winning the race in Belgium. Fantastic race from him. Junior comes across the line second, and he's going to keep second. Porter crosses the line third, but it's Connor that gets onto the podium. So it's a double podium for Racing Point. Great result for them. Teddy's up to 4th ahead of Porter. Wobble's 6th. Primus 7th, and who's going to be in the end of the points? Bodder has an unserved penalty. Is Raikkonen, who's got past Scotsman, going to get it? Yes, he does. 8th Raikkonen, 9th Bodder, Scotsman 10th. Daniel outside the points. Vinny and then Kachal.
Who's your driver of the day, Brundle?
Oh.
In chat.
Oh, the Tawip. The Tawip chants are going to be loud tonight. Wow. Well, in terms of position change, I think for me it's between Junior and Porter. I mean, big shout out for Connor to recover on those soft tyres. But what do you think?
Yeah,
I think Junior.
Yeah, I'd like to give it to one of the either Junior or Porter. I'd like to give it to Porter. You know, it's one of his better races, but same as Junior. It's a hard one.
I have to say that was a very good race, though. Very good race. Respectful driving. A few obviously iffy moments, and most of the safety cars were individual errors, if you like. They weren't caused by connection apart from the one with Carlin, which is a shame. But Zhao's gonna trundle across the line. He's had a rough race, hasn't he? Pretty much sums it up. Coasting across the line. There you go. You got your camera work. You got your fame. I guess in terms of the championship, obviously Maniac and Quaker will be regretting their retirement, but in terms of their championship, their sort of situation could have been worse. If Connor had won this race, then that would be the most damage, but because Connor's a third, they'll be maybe breathing a sigh of relief, potentially, with that. Big result for Racing Point. Huge for their constructors as well. That will move them ahead of Alpha and very close to Toro Rosso. Wow. And no points for Red Bull. None at all. Wow. Run us through the top 10, Tom Notch, if you want.
So in 10th position, Vinny. 9th, Bodder. 8th, Raikkonen. 7th, Primus. 6th, Wobbles. 5th, Porter. 4th, Ted First. 3rd, Connor Todd. 2nd, Junior. And 1st,
Hello.
Thomas. Hi guys, include your audio please.
All included.
And I've come to the conclusion after that race. I think it's Belgium. I think it's just Belgium. After that. Oh. This me right. All 3 of us here. Good. Tick the box if Thomas is still connecting. Give him a bit. No. Actually done this last week. Come on. Oh, he's still connecting. Done this last time. I think there's a problem with Thomas's. I don't think we're going to hear from him. Fortunately, give him a couple. Give him one more go. Ah, there we go. Thank you. There we go. It works now. Alright, tick the box if you haven't already. I presume you have. I think you've all been here before. But, right, so if... let me think how to do this. If you do third top notch, I'll do second and you do the winner.
Yeah, that's fine with me, mate.
Alright. Right, so start off with third place.
Alright, and Connor, good race from you, mate. And,
Thank you.
Racing Point. Yeah, how do you think your race went? The podium.
Ah, that was awesome. Awesome race. Even better, I got my teammate with me. It's been coming for a while, so I'm happy with that.
It was an interesting qualifying session. Started wet and went dry. But yeah, you seem to handle it alright.
Well, yeah, the Q2 was a bit sketchy. I left it late. Yeah, I invalidated the first lap. Well, actually, I lost the wing. on the
Oh yeah, of course.
going
I
up
saw
at
that
the
in
top
the
of the hill,
stamp.
and then that was a rush to get back in and out, but we managed it.
Yeah, great points for the racing point.
Yeah.
When the safety car come out again, was you kind of worried about what was going to happen there?
I don't know. It was a tricky one, especially after watching last night's race. I didn't really know what to do. Junior made that really good call going straight on the mediums. But I thought there'd have been another one after I'd got the soft tyres on. Unfortunately not, but I'll take P3.
Well, you made it work, mate. Yeah, good P3 podium. So good work.
Cheers.
I'll let you go, Brundle, mate.
Okay. One more question for Connor Todd, if I may. Obviously, those 15 points now puts you on 106. You are 32 points behind Maniac, 22 behind Quaker. And obviously, I said at the start of the stream that because Cuddy had moved up into F3 for the new challenge, it opens this up for the two and the chasing pack. And obviously, you were leading the chasing pack, and once the two championship leaders unfortunately retired, I said this is a big chance for yourself, Daniel, or Kachal, and you've taken that chance now. Do you think, despite obviously you joined us in Spain a little bit late on, but do you think you can still win this championship? It's now an opportunity.
Don't know. It's gonna be close. Obviously, the rest of the guys that are up there are really quick. I don't know. It's gonna be a really interesting rest of the season now. Spiced it up a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. And we still got a load of potential tracks that can provide drama, so we'll see. We'll see, but well done on your third place.
Thank you.
Right, moving on to second place, the other Racing Point, Mr. Junior, and well, very, very difficult qualifying for yourself.
That's an understatement.
It's a very difficult situation to be. I presume, or I assume you invalidated your first couple of runs when it was partially dry.
Yeah,
Damp.
it was the only two runs I would have had on the dry tyres. Yeah, both invalidated on Eau Rouge, which is crazy because I've been practicing most of today and was absolutely flying up Eau Rouge. But yeah, I think it's just a little bit of pressure added to it, and
the damp conditions as well, probably.
Well, the damp conditions on the second lap didn't really bother I was still going green because I was still pushing, even though I invalidated, just to see what I would have got. But again, exactly the same place, just at the top of the hill on the left-hand side, just ran the curb a little bit too much. And yeah, so that was my quali over, and then was starting from 16th. I didn't ever think I'd get onto the podium. I thought I was hoping for just to get in the top 10 and getting a couple of points. But man, whew, what a race! Massive congratulations to Connor. Great drive, mate. Great drive, and it's awesome to have us both here on the podium. Hashtag Towit, boys. Hashtag Towit.
Yeah.
Get in.
Obviously, in your championship at the moment, because you haven't had the best of seasons, is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Until this point, in terms of the drivers, but that result for you, and obviously Red Bull with no points. I think Toro Rosso got a bit with Boda, but for yourself and for Connor, you've obviously leapt ahead of Alpha with that result, closed in on Toro Rosso, and obviously, do you think in terms of that championship, which is very much possible, do you think both you and Connor can challenge the likes of Red Bull and Toro Rosso?
You've got to look at the drivers that are in these cars, and there's some of the quicker drivers in the division in these teams. So I think the championship constructors for Division 4 is going to be tight to the end. But we'll give everything. We'll try and make this happen every single week up until then. But yeah, we can. The thing with Division 4 is it's so open now, and you can't necessarily say who's going to be on the podium every single week in, week out, because there's a good half of this field that can challenge for a podium on any given day. So,
especially when you average about 2 safety cars a week.
yeah.
Yeah. Which obviously adds to the unpredictability. I don't think you've... I need to check this. But if I think this is correct, I think you've had a safety car every race apart from Monaco, which is the race which normally brings them out. So,
I don't know if there was one in Australia. I can't remember.
Yeah. I need to check that. But yeah, anyway, congrats on the second. What are your thoughts going to Italy? Last question.
I really enjoy Italy, so yeah, I'm hoping that we can do this again.
Ooh.
Yeah.
First win potentially?
I'm not saying that, but I really enjoy Italy, so hopefully I'll be back on the podium. We'll see.
Okay, fair enough. Right. And moving on to our winner, Top Notch, take it away.
Yeah, thanks, Brundle, and good second there, Junior, mate.
Cheers, man.
On to Thomas. Thomas racing in the McLaren for the first time. Gotta be good to get your first win, mate. In it's a funny kind of race, a weird kind of race.
Yeah, it's obviously good to get win at any point of season, not only at the first race in your team. But yeah, congratulations to Racing Point, both of Racing Points. It's a shame that third time in a row my teammate didn't finish race, which is actually weird. I don't know if it's because of me. And yeah, we knew the race would depend on strategy, so big thanks to my engineer, who was actually RSF1 Verstappen. And yeah, from the moment I went into the pits, I was just trying to spin.
Yeah, I was going to say, I bet there's going to be some McLaren boys that are happy with that result for sure. And how do you feel about going on to the next race?
Yeah, I really love Italy. It's my favorite track, so hopefully we'll be able to get a really good result again.
Right. Yeah, good job, mate. Good job. I'll pass it back to Brundle. Brundle, you want to ask anything?
No, that's simply Thomas. Excellent debut in F4. I said throughout the stream you could possibly show F4 what you're capable of and why you should be one to watch out for, and you definitely showed it. Yeah, controlled it ever since you got the lead. Yeah, good call for those hard tyres. I thought you might be in a bit of trouble. Obviously that later safety car helped you, but still. Control, and yeah, might see more wins from now to the end.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, once again, F4 provides top notch. Excellent race. Obviously, I just put in the Discord a message to all those guys in F4. Great battling all around. Yeah. What else can you say, really, top notch?
No, great race, and I'll be looking forward to next Monday's race.
Yes, as I mentioned, Monza is the next one, the Festival of Speed. Don't expect many frontline speeds, because that's not what me and Top Notch are renowned for. It's not our thing, really. It's F3's thing, really, on a Thursday. But that is where F4 will be going round a completely different circuit. You go from one of the longest on the calendar to one of the shortest. But definitely could be drama, especially if it's raining, because that would definitely mix things up. But that's next time in F4. Obviously, we've got a few more races around Belgium to show. The F1 boys will be out once again tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. F5 will be on the Wednesday, and then F3 on the Thursday. And then our first Monza race will be on the Sunday. So make sure you join us for that. But From everyone else here, the podium, we had Connor Todd in the Racing Point, RSF1 Junior in the Racing Point, first was Thomas P3. Driver of the day, we've got to mention Junior, so congrats
Oh yes.
on that. Although it was very close, to be honest. Yeah, Porter, Connor a good shout as well. Thomas and the two Ferraris had a good result.
I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to
But,
give it to
yeah.
Porter because I feel like he done a really good one today. But
think the-
Junior
I think the
deserved it
chat
as well,
spoke.
mate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
Paul
close, to be fair.
Paul
There
was
were
quick
very
tonight
good
as well. I
shouts.
struggled to hold him off, so
Yeah.
Very close one.
And from the comms box of RSF from Brundle and Top Notch, have a good evening. Take care. Keep safe. And we'll see you next time.
Stay safe, guys.